Hi, I'm Chris with Carnival Cruise Acts, and this is episode 126 of Yakety-Yak, straight from the Yak's mouth. John Heald, Carnival Cruise Line's brand ambassador, who we just cruised with recently, asked on his Facebook page for you to ask him questions. You can also compliment the crew, and you can lodge your complaints there. We look at the questions. He answers the questions. We read the answers and look for the cool, the funny, the weird, the lies, and we put them here for you so you don't have to read 1,000 posts a day. So on today's episode, we're talking about 24-hour fitness centers on the ship. What's a fitness center? Bringing dried flowers on board on embarkation day. Vegan cheese that is not nut-based. No sugar added melting cakes, and Celsius instead of Fahrenheit. This is going to be a good one.
And this is straight from the Yak's mouth.
All right, question one. This cruiser wanted to know why they don't make the fitness centers on the ships 24 hours. The land-based gyms are open 24 hours all over the place, and they don't have any sort of attendance there for the overnight. John said it's because we have to have a crew member there for the safety of the guest, and we don't have the crew available to do it for 24 hours a day. It is open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. or 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. depending on the itinerary. That said, I don't really go to gyms much, but I know a couple people that work at gyms, and there is always an attendant. You are not going to walk into a business and there will be 0 employees there. Not going to happen. They could just literally grab all the equipment and walk out the front door. So whoever said that, I don't know what gyms you're going to, but I'd be a little nervous, just saying. Question 2. This cruiser is going on the Carnival Glory, and part of the group of their family would like to take pictures around the ship. They wanted to know if they can bring dried flowers on board with them for the photos. John said, yes, you absolutely can. That said, have you ever dried flowers? They're brittle. So I don't know if that would actually, A, make it if you're flying in the luggage. You'll have a thing of flower dust, if you will. B, if they do make it and you take them out, I'd imagine they would just fall apart. They're super fragile. So, I mean, if you want to do that, maybe look at silk flowers or something like that, where they're fake but not as brittle as real dried flowers. So if you like to take pictures and you want flowers in them, I would say bring the silk ones or the plastic ones. Speaking of like, if you like what you see and you enjoy cruising content, please like and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. All right, question 3. This cruiser's son is vegan, and he has allergies to dairies, eggs, tree nuts, most everything, it would appear. Poor little fella. And they wanted to know if the vegan cheese that Carnival uses is nut-free. Initially, I thought this was a weird question. I'll get into that. John said he had to go and ask about this one. And then he replied to them. He said the brand they use is, I think it's Violife, and it's not nut-based. So initially, I was kind of surprised. I'm like, cheese made with nuts? My mom makes vegan cheese, and she uses cashew, so it makes perfect sense. So this poor little gentleman is allergic to a lot of things, nuts being one of them, and a lot of the vegan cheeses are made from nuts, apparently. So you're good. There is no nuts in the cheese. So you don't have to go nuts worrying about if there's nuts in the cheese. Question number 4. This cruiser was wondering if they offered a no sugar added chocolate melting cake. We see this one a lot as an option in the main dining room on an occasion. John said it's not an occasion. They do it already. So all you have to do is go to the MDR, talk to the maitre d', not the maitre d'. Who's the person at the front door?
Maitre d'.
Maitre d', see? Producer just confirmed. Talk to the maitre d' or the fine folks out there that seat you on the table and let them know you want a no sugar added chocolate melting cake, and you can absolutely get it. So there you go. Question answered. Last question. I find this one kind of funny because we live in the United States, but it's quite accurate. This cruiser wanted to know if in the Carnival Hub app, where it shows the temperature, if they can show it in Celsius instead of Fahrenheit. They said 99% of the world uses Celsius, so there should be a way to choose your preference. I don't know if the 99% is accurate, but most people do use Celsius. John said he thought it was a good idea and they can do both, if they can do both. Side note, John's in the UK, and of course, they use Celsius. He thanked him for bringing it to the attention, and he will share it with the Bears. That said, the Carnival Hub app has a lot of improvements, so we've mentioned that a lot. John, if you're watching, which I know you're not, yeah, improve the Hub app. That said, this has been episode 126 of Yakety-Yak, straight from the Yak's mouth. Please take care.